Hey guys, so I'm back with a video today. It's been a couple of days, but that's okay because it hasn't been too long since I last posted. Blah, blah, blah. So I've been going through some emotions recently, and a lot of it had to do with like my twin flame triggering me. So it's just been it's been different this time because the triggers don't affect me the way that they used to. Like when I would get triggered about something, I would be like, like, oh my god, I'm dying, and like very emotional, very like just distraught. If something was to happen, I was very out of whack. So I've had some triggers happen between my twin flame and I, and it like brought up stuff, but this time around, my reaction to the things that were going on around me felt way more balanced than I've ever experienced, at least in this lifetime. Um, so I just want to say that I feel like the divine feminines are really seeking and really finding that balance within their emotions, within both the divine feminine, divine masculine energies within them. Just like some stuff that has happened, the last conversation that me and my twin flame and I had, my reaction this time around wasn't like I like it didn't feel like I was like dying on the inside. It was like, okay, like I just kind of felt at peace, and the fears and the worries and the doubts and the illusions surrounding the conversation and events, I guess, that were occurring in my union with my twin flame, like they weren't affecting me in a sense of like I could sense the emotions, but it wasn't a deep trigger anymore. It almost felt like a feather tickle or like a little scratch or something compared to what I used to feel when something would trigger me. So I feel like the divine feminines are really, really finding balance now. So, but let's just get into the reading. I have a union reading for both the divine masculine and divine feminines. The divine feminine side's a little bit shorter, so I'll just go ahead and talk about the divine feminine first. And then we'll talk about the masculines, and then we'll go into the union. So, right now, there is a lot of clearing out as regards to what the feminines have gone through. I feel like clearing out of like contracts, karmic cycles, soul ties, like clearing out of all the negative that doesn't even serve, or all of the negative energy in all of the ways that it can come, whether it's people or things or thoughts, emotions, whatever. I feel like the both masculine and feminines are cleansing and clearing those energies out right now. And like I said, for the divine feminine, we have the Justice card. So you can see the scales are balanced. You can see the illumination in the hands, and how it kind of goes to this little star area. Um, so to me, and the white dress, I feel like is showing purification. I feel like the divine feminines are kind of receiving this sense of balance, and they're not. I feel like a lot of divine feminines are really starting to trust their inner knowingness and not having to be like, oh my gosh, I need to see what's going on with my masculine. I need to see this or that. They're really starting to just listen to their heart space, trust their inner knowingness, and really that is helping to bring the scales balanced between both divine feminine and divine masculine energies within themselves, but also within the union with their counterpart. So we also have this card, self confidence through God confidence. So, like I said, the divine feminines are really just like kind of trusting themselves and trusting the flow, trusting the intuition, trusting their heart space, trusting what's going on, and being confident that all of the things that they desire and want to happen are happening, and putting trust in um, like not feeding the negative energy anymore, not feeding those worries and those doubts and those fears, and just like more so feeding the trust that the things that they want to happen are happening. So shifting the energy into another direction, because even though sometimes we want certain things to happen, we have this like vision of how we like the destination, I guess I'll say. The fears and those doubts pop up along the way, and we tend to feed those fears and those doubts because we're still purging and cleansing and releasing. So I feel like that's something that's holding us back, but in a good way, because it's preparing everything. But at the same time, I feel like the divine feminines are really mastering themselves now, and it's allowing for them to not place their thoughts or their energy into that fear based life, or I'm sorry, fear based illusions and thoughts and stuff like that, fear based emotions, and it's allowing them to really trust what is going on and put their energy in that trust and not feed the other stuff subconsciously. So, keep going, divine feminines. Now, for the divine masculines, I feel like they are reaping what they're sowing. I feel like they are trying to start new growth. I feel like they're kind of seeing the abundance growing for them, but I also feel like they're seeing the things that have stopped them from growing the things that they want to grow in their life. And I feel like they're really kind of like seeing things grow that they had put their energy into beforehand, and it's the things that they didn't want to grow, but it's allowing them to see the things that they want to grow to grow. Does that make sense? Like the things that they didn't want to grow, or the things that they have sown or planted and had watered, had grown, and they were like, holy shit, I don't want that to grow, I want this to grow. So they're starting to really make starting to plant new seeds, I guess, and reaping what they sow is really popping into my head right now. So I feel like a lot of masculines are kind of closing out the karmic cycles that they have, I guess, created for themselves. And then, and those could be new karmic cycles. Those could be like, I don't know. I just feel like they're seeing the cycles that they've created for themselves, and they're really like, oh snap, that's not what I want. Because we have the Seven of Pentacles, but we also have the Ace of Cups. And I feel like the Ace of Cups is resembling like their cup of emotions, seeing their true desire, seeing I guess, that they're seeing the emotions tied to some of the things that they have sown, or some of the plants or seeds that they have planted that have grown, and they're realizing that that's not stuff that they want in their cup of that they have, their golden cup, you know. So they're like, I feel like they're looking into their golden cup, which to me resembles the heart, but their golden cup, and really starting to see that what's the truth in the golden cup, aka what's the truth in their heart. So they're seeing the emotions in their heart, and they're seeing the truth that is being held in their heart. And I also feel like, because I see the moons in this card, I feel like a lot of the moon cycles are affecting them, but they're also changing with the moon cycles. So they are going through change right now. I've seen a lot of 10s, and I've seen a lot of 11s. I've seen like 12s, um, just a bunch of transformation numbers to me. So I definitely feel like they are changing with the moon cycles. I definitely can tell because every moon that has happened thus far, the new moon, the past like 3, 4 moon things that we've had, the new moon and the full moon, my twin flame has texted me, and each time he's been a little bit different. So I feel like every moon, they're changing like the moon cycles, is what I'm trying to say. We also have, I feel like they are learning to come into one with themselves. So with this wellness card, what I see is the Kundalini. I also see the snakes intertwined and becoming one. Um, and I also feel like there's divine guidance going on with this illumination and the wings and stuff. And then these two green sticks, I feel like both resemble the divine feminine, divine masculine, the twin flames. And um, so I feel like they're showing me that they want union with their divine counterpart. They want union within themselves. They're working on union within themselves. And I just saw 11:11 when I saw that, or when I said that. So they're working on union. I also see, it looks like chakras to me, as you can see the different chakras. So this definitely resembles the Kundalini for sure. The Kundalini, they're having Kundalini risings, and I feel like there is merging going on between the divine feminine, divine masculines, as far as like, and always from chakras to maybe mentally, emotionally. But it is bringing the more the feminine becomes one with herself, it is bringing the union, herself, their self, doesn't matter because I'm a divine feminine and I'm a guy. So I feel like the more the feminine brings the masculine, feminine energies within themselves into balance, it's helping the masculine to bring that energy into balance within himself as well. What is that? Is that just, looks like I got scratched. I think it's just my skin. Anyways, got distracted. So, um, yes. So, and we also have this let yourself feel all your emotions. So I feel like the masculines are really moving into their heart space with the Ace of Cups. They're starting to feel their emotions, feel the emotions tied to past cycles, maybe past karmic partners, past situations, and seeing the stuff, kind of like sifting through, seeing the stuff that they didn't like and stuff that wasn't vibrationally aligned with them. They're really cutting that out right now, and they're moving into their heart's true space. So the truth in their heart, the true emotions that they have in regards to what their heart truly desires. And yes, I just kind of feel like them seeing the truth in regards to how they truly feel about their divine feminine as well. Not to focus on like union, love, romance, this and that, but I feel like they're starting to see that the love, I guess the things that they did in their life, how it kind of blocked the love that they had for, or that they have, kind of like seeing and viewing the love that they have. It kind of blocked it in a sense, on how they felt or viewed for their divine feminine because of the old stuff. So they're kind of seeing the truth in things, and really being in their heart space, or at least trying to, and finding the connection to source, with the crown chakra opening, with heart chakra opening. They're really connecting to source and starting to live by their heart's truth. In regards to the connecting energy for the union, we have spiritual protection, but as you can see, this big ass heart right here sticks out to me. So I feel like not only is divine saying that the union is protected, on both ends, both the union, both individuals are protected, but interference, maybe there's some interference going on between maybe both divine feminine or divine masculines. Maybe there's some interference going on, but to let you know that you are protected. So if you do feel that interference, or if you can maybe sense interference going on for your counterpart. Definitely pray and ask for protection. I've been praying for protection every day pretty heavily because I just feel like people are trying to siphon my energy as I get closer to union with myself and source, which I also feel like divine feminines are really in union with self and source too. So um, we also have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like the the union energy is saying that there is some healing going on with the I guess maybe pain, trauma, hurt that has happened within the union. Um, there's some healing going on in regards to that, really letting go of the emotions that might have been negative in regards in the union. Like I said, things that used to trigger me very heavily in my union with my twin flame, all of this, well, I don't want to say all of a sudden because it's been one fucking journey to get there, but they are now, the triggers aren't as heavy. So I feel like to me, that's really showing me my growth and how I'm letting go of past trauma, whether it's something that's happened within my union with my twin flame or maybe for some childhood shit. Like, I feel like that hurt is really being let go because I'm able to handle things in a different manner without freaking out and without being thrown off, even slightly thrown off with my emotions and feeling like I'm out of balance. Like when I was triggered the other day, I was like, kind of like, oh snap. But I took a shower. I really didn't even respond to my twin flame until I kind of gathered myself. And it didn't even take long. It took me probably like 15 minutes. And when I responded back to him, like, it was very, very balanced. I feel like it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm freaking out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's saying that the both feminine and masculine are wanting to let go of that hurt. They're wanting to let go of the heartache and they're healing the heartache, which is bringing and filling the 10 cups up. I feel like what pops into my head, what I am seeing is the masculine bringing 5 cups and the feminine bringing 5 cups, which creates the 10 cups, which is also in the shape of a rainbow. And there's a rainbow behind it. Oh, snap. Oh, snap, there is a rainbow. Look, you can kind of see it slightly. So I feel like that's resembling new beginnings, coming into balance, bringing all of those cups fulfilled this time. Speaking of rainbow, I was on my way to the gym the other day and I saw a rainbow and it was probably the most brightest rainbow I've ever seen in my whole life. I took a picture, so let's see. Ooh, Beyonce posted. Let's see if you guys can see it. I've been taking so many cloud photos because the sky has just been looking so magnificent. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, yes, you can. Look, barely, because of the reflection. But you see that little line? It was so bright. It was like I could see all types of colors. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So I really feel like there's newness coming on. There's newness. There's balance. There is new beginnings. There is hope. There is trust. I feel like the divine feminines are really having hope and trust right now that things are happening and turning in their favor. Yes, there's new beginnings. There's new creations, wanting to create new beginnings, and that desire and passion to create new beginnings. That desire and that passion in your heart that you feel is burning even brighter now for both the divine feminine, divine masculines. And the divine feminines, I'm kind of all over the place, but the divine feminines want the divine masculines to know that they can see that they are giving it up, finally giving it up to, there's a rainbow in here too. There's a rainbow in this card and this card. Rainbow, a significant, it's very significant actually. Let's see what the rainbow says because it's in this card as well. And these are the cards for how I feel, what I pulled for how the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculines are feeling for each other. So, sorry, my screen went dark. So if you see me going light, it's because I'm trying to get my my screen to come back on. So with the Union energy, there's a rainbow, and on both of the cards that I pulled for how they view each other, there's rainbows in those cards. So I definitely feel like there's new beginning. I feel like there's hope and there's trust in what is going on, trusting the divine process, trusting that everything is unfolding in the way that both desire, truly, in the way that they both truly desire, because you can have a desire, but it might not be the truth. You get what I'm saying? Sorry, Beyonce's posting right now, and I have her notifications turned on because I love her. So, anyways, but I also feel like both are crossing the rainbow bridge, or both are moving to the new Earth, or on the opposite side of illusions. Both are coming together on the other side of the bridge. Whether the feminine has already been on the other side of the bridge, and now the masculine's coming over, I feel like the both energies are on the opposite, like on the other side of the rainbow bridge. So past the illusions, past the fears, worries, doubts, past all of the matrix shit and all of that shit. So the divine feminines are really seeing and maybe sensing or having an inner knowing that they know that the masculines are trying to give things up to the universe, into divine source, or they're telling their divine masculine to do that. So it could be either or. Either the divine masculine is giving it up and really surrendering, and the divine feminines are really feeling that, or they're telling their divine masculine to do that because they're not. So, or maybe they're not having hope and trust that they are. So if you're not hoping and trusting that your divine masculine is not changing, not only are you not focusing on yourself, but you just don't have hope for your divine masculine, and you need to purge whatever is blocking you from having that hope that things that you deserve to get what you want. So I don't know why that came out, but that did. And the divine masculines, what the divine feminines know, that I guess they do know that the divine feminines want love, and they're ready to love again. They want the divine feminines to know that they are ready to love again. They're ready to come forward in this union with new love, with stronger, more intense, passionate love, and a love without illusions, a love without fear, a love without doubts and worries, a love that is trust. And they're coming forward as a divine masculine this time, not just a masculine, as a divine masculine. They're ready to give the type of love that a divine masculine offers. So, yeah, could be different for everybody, but as far as the type of love, I guess what I meant to say is like if you have a romantic union or not. But I feel like you already know if you're meant to be with your twin flame romantically or not. It's just that inner knowing. So, and the divine masculines are going through a really deep healing right now, which is bringing them forth into their heart space. And it's helping them to close out cycles and stuff like that, closing out and cutting off the things that no longer serve them. And then the bottom of the deck is laying up, and it says revealing true self. So I feel like the divine masculines are becoming the divine masculines, them seeing themselves as divine masculines, divine feminines seeing themselves as divine feminine goddesses, divine masculines as divine masculine gods. But I also feel like the divine masculines want to come forth to the divine feminine and speak some truth. Speak from their heart space this time. Speak from their heart's truth and show their heart's truth. Reveal their heart's truth and what their heart desires to themselves, but also to the divine feminine. So, yeah, there was something that I wanted to talk about, but it kind of slipped my head. Okay, well, I'm trying to think. What was it? Mm, mm, I it's I don't know, something that I had an epiphany about, or something like a download or something the other day about my heart's truest desires and something like that. Knowing about what my heart truly desires. I don't remember, but anyways, if I do, I'll tell you guys in the next video. Let me see if there's any notes too that I have written down because I've been getting a lot of stuff lately. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that's for me. That was for me. Okay, these are all notes for myself in regards to my own journey. But anyways, um, oh, I saw 717 today when I left, and I was doing affirmations today. So, but I feel like union is here. I feel like there's a closing out of cycles. I feel like the heart's truth is really being revealed and spoken. And at least for the divine masculines, I feel like the divine feminines already know like what's up in their heart. So, anyways, guys, hope this resonated. If it doesn't resonate, then you got to this point in watching a whole video, and that just let it go if it doesn't resonate. But I love you guys. So that was